saying you handcuffed my brother to a roof? And you left him there?
Yeah.
Just now, Daryl learned that his brother was left on the rooftop and immediately flew into a rage. Shane tackled Daryl to the ground, but Daryl wasn't about to let it go. He pulled out a knife, ready to fight Rick. However, Rick, a former police officer, quickly neutralized the threat. With Shane's help, they easily subdued Daryl.
I'd like to have a calm discussion on this topic. You think we can manage that? You think we can manage that?
After a while, Daryl finally calmed down. Rick explained that Merle had gone mad, and handcuffing him to the roof was a last resort. T-Dog stepped forward, admitting it was his fault for accidentally dropping the handcuff key into the sewer. Daryl wasn't convinced by the explanation, but T-Dog continued, saying he had chained the door to the rooftop, so zombies couldn't get to Merle. There was a chance Merle was still alive. Hearing this, Daryl was almost in tears.
Hey, all y'all. Just tell me where he is, so I can go get him.
He'll show you. Isn't that right?
I'm going back,
Rick assured him. Lori, however, turned away in disappointment. Shane couldn't understand why Rick would risk his life for someone like Merle. Rick explained that it was his responsibility and he wouldn't let anyone die on that rooftop. Rick then looked at Glenn, hoping he would join the mission. Although Glenn wasn't much of a fighter, he was agile and quick-thinking, qualities Rick admired. Glenn scratched his head but didn't refuse. After the last escape, he had grown to respect Rick. T-Dog also volunteered, feeling responsible for what happened. Shane, as the camp leader, tried to dissuade Rick, pointing out that zombies had already appeared at the camp the previous day. If they left and zombies attacked again, what would they do? Rick replied that they needed more weapons to protect the camp. He had brought back guns and ammo from the police station, but they were now scattered on the streets of Atlanta. He had to retrieve them. Hearing this, Shane didn't argue further, but Lori started complaining about risking their reunion for a scumbag like Merle. Rick explained that a father and son had saved him when he woke up. He owed them. There was also a walkie-talkie in the bag to contact them and warn them not to go to Atlanta. After convincing Lori, Rick went to say goodbye to Carl. Carl looked up to his father with admiration, seeing him as a responsible and dependable man. Without wasting time, the four of them set off. They parked the car outside the city for a quick escape and proceeded on foot. When they reached the department store, Daryl silently took down a nearby zombie with his crossbow to avoid alerting others. When they arrived at the rooftop, the scene nearly broke Daryl. Merle was gone, leaving only a saw and a severed hand behind. It was clear Merle had cut off his hand to escape. Heartbroken, Daryl aimed his crossbow at T-Dog, but Rick intervened, firmly warning Daryl that he would shoot if necessary, even if it attracted zombies. Daryl calmed down, wrapped Merle's severed hand in a cloth, and carefully placed it in Glenn's backpack. Daryl then showcased his tracking skills, deducing that Merle must have used a belt as a tourniquet because there wasn't much blood. Following the blood trail, they found 2 dead zombies. Undoubtedly Merle's work. They also found a burning stove and a bloody iron, suggesting Merle had cauterized his wound. They tracked Merle to a window, figuring he must have escaped into the street, now teeming with zombies. Daryl wanted to rush out and find his brother, but Rick stopped him, understanding his feelings. Rick suggested searching nearby since Merle couldn't have gone far with his injuries. They needed to stay calm in this chaotic world. Daryl, destined to be Rick's right-hand man, grudgingly agreed. They scoured the area but didn't find Merle, though they managed to recover the bag of guns. As they prepared to leave, they discovered their truck was gone. Rick speculated that Merle might have taken it. Daryl feared his brother's anger and the potential danger to the camp. They raced back to the camp, hoping to arrive in time. Meanwhile, a new crisis emerged. Dozens of zombies attacked the camp, slaughtering the survivors.
Oh, you're getting down!